let me just say something real quick. The Muslims have completely overstayed their welcome.
So it seems like Joe Rogan got the call. Everyone's echoing this anti-Muslim rhetoric that came out right after Citizen Vigilante. It's interesting, too, because Muslims make up 1% of the American population, and the immigration is only 8% Muslims. It's predominantly Indian, Chinese, and from the southern Mexican border. But all these people, it seems like they got the same script.
There was a time a couple of years ago when we and the Muslims were kind of pointing in the same direction because we were both opposed to what Israel was doing in Gaza for different reasons.
For different reasons. The difference is Muslims want to stop the genocide in Gaza, and apparently he thinks that America should be kicking butt the same way Israel is. It's not that he's opposing genocide. He thinks that America should be committing the genocide.
There was a time 1 year ago, 2 years ago, when the Muslims and the white nationalists were kind of coming together because we both opposed Israel. But they have totally overplayed their hand, totally overstayed their welcome. And so there was a time when they were criticizing Israel with us. Now all they do is push their bullshit religion and...
Nope, it's not a BS religion. According to Catholicism, look at the document Nostra Aetate. And if you say this, you're denouncing the Catholic Church. There's a document that was written in the 60s, 1965, where the Catholic Church, the leaders, admit under Pope Paul VI that Muslims worship the Father. Here it is. The church regards with esteem also the Muslims. They adore the one God, living and subsisting in himself, merciful and all-powerful, the creator of heaven and earth, who has spoken to men. They take pains to submit wholeheartedly to even his inscrutable decrees, just as Abraham, with whom the faith of Islam takes pleasure in linking itself submitted to God. Though they do not acknowledge Jesus as God, they revere him as a prophet. They also honor Mary, his virgin mother. At times they even call on her with devotion. In addition, they await the day of judgment when God will render their deserts to all those who have been raised up from the dead. Finally, they value the moral life and worship God, especially through prayer, almsgiving, and fasting. Wow. If you disagree with this, you're not a Catholic. Might as well denounce it. Might as well stop claiming it. And shout out to the real Catholics like Pope Leo right now, saying what's true, because these people are corrupting it. Catholicism is overall a very good religion. Very beautiful, a lot of the traditions, practices, but these people are changing it. Because what you're saying is just completely incorrect with Catholic faith.
Defend grooming gangs. Doing apologetics for grooming gangs.
Grooming gangs. Well, recently they were saying like 10 years ago, these grooming gangs were an issue and that it's falsely conflated with the 250,000. That's not true. That's estimated. Seems like a lot of these people got the same script.
And saying if you have a problem with grooming gangs, if you have a problem with these towel heads in your country, well, you're a Zionist.
Are nuns towel heads? Because they dress exactly like Muslim women.
If you don't want your country to be invaded by violent Muslims raping everybody, oh, well, you're a Zionist. That's what Israel wants you to believe.
Who said
and it's
that?
like, you know what?
Who said that?
Forget it with these people. I don't think so. Now they're complaining about that movie. There's this movie that came out with Armie Hammer, Cannibal, W. There's this movie that comes out where Armie Hammer...
Armie Hammer, just like a lot of these other people like Russell Brand, they get rape allegations, and then suddenly they're pushing Israeli propaganda. They're pushing Hezbollah. Did some of these people take a deal in order to avoid jail?
Me by her name, Cannibal, W's in the chat. Armie Hammer is going around killing all these Muslims for raping kids. And the Muslims are like, this is Jewish propaganda. I'm like, careful. Careful with what you say, because if that's Jewish propaganda, then it's Kino. So be careful. It's just a reminder. We are Christians. This is a Christian civilization.
Yeah, and Jesus would not want you to be laughing and promoting a movie that's clearly trying to misdirect people and get them inspired to do another terrorist attack. To get people who think that you need to grape, kill, and die when someone says green lit on site, this movie is enabling them and inspiring them to do it. When Elon Musk, the trillionaire who these people worship, is promoting this film.
Western civilization, I'll even tolerate some of the veneration of the European gods. Not in a serious religious way, but...
You see, the only thing they unite on is hating Islam. They literally prefer paganism. They will take Zeus worship over Islam. Paganism. That's against Catholicism. According to the Catholic doctrine, this is somebody who's an apostate. This is somebody who left. When they say publicly Muslims worship the Father, they will take Zeus over the religion that worships the Father. Incredible. It shows what they really worship, their skin. Has nothing to do with Jesus, has nothing to do with faith, has nothing to do with Christianity. They want a little blanket to cover up their nationalism.
But when Spengler talks about Apollonian civilization, and we talk about some of our roots in Greek philosophy and Greek mythology, Roman mythology, okay, from a literary point of view, I'll tolerate that, and Christendom, but this Islam thing, it's got to stop.
And even in the Quran, Allah says that the pagans will unite with the Jews to try to destroy us. There you go right there. They're literally saying paganism is better than Islam. But at the same time, they'll get mad about their demographic replacement. Well, people are worshiping Zeus. If you prefer atheists, if you prefer degeneracy over Islam that protects women, that promotes conservative values, then you're contributing to your own decline. It's your fault.
We are Christians. This is a Christian civilization.
European gods. A PBD's going on, shipping about this movie. Let's get to Citizen Vigilante. So, you guys have seen this. It's a movie promoted by Elon Musk. Like, it's been banned and gay in Germany. Right after an attack on the San Diego mosque, where these two Mexican catboy white nationalists, who even mentioned streamers to justify their white nationalism, who are also Mexican, they go and try to shoot up a masjid and end up shooting themselves. And in the attack, the martyr Amin Abdullah, who's my profile picture on Twitter, the hero, defends children for being assassinated. This rhetoric from Citizen Vigilante, this new propaganda, is inspiring people like that. Anybody supporting it, they're promoting that.